So is Bleu de Chanel Eau De Parfum the best designer blue fragrance money can buy? Let's go ahead and review it and find out. Hey, what's going on guys? Hunter here and welcome back to my channel. If you're a returning subscriber, glad to have you here. And if you are new, what I do is I make fragrance related content. So if you like fragrances, please just hit that subscribe button down below. Be sure to hit that notification bell and also be sure to follow my fragrance Instagram page. But that is correct. We're finally going to be reviewing Chanel's Bleu de Chanel, and I have it in the Eau De Parfum concentration. Now, this fragrance does come in two other concentrations, the Eau de Toilette, which was launched in 2010. Then we have the Eau de Parfum, which was launched in 2014. And we have the Parfum, which was launched in 2018. Now, in my opinion, the Eau de Parfum is the best value and actually the best smell out of all three of them that I've tested. That's why I currently have this bottle in my collection. Now, I actually got this bottle, I believe around 4 years or so ago. As you can see, I used up quite a bit of it. It's still probably about 70% full. But yeah, so I'm going off of this formulation. I'm not sure about the brand new formulations. I'm sure they are pretty much probably the same. But yeah, I'm going off the 20, I think this is probably a 2017 batch, I would say. But yeah, going off of this one. But let's go over some information. So the Eau de Parfum, like I said, was launched in 2014. So it is fairly old now, but it has not been outdated whatsoever. I think it's still a modern fragrance. Now you can pick up a 50 ml bottle for, I believe, $98 as of the recording, and a 100 ml bottle, which I have here, for $128. So it is fairly pricey for being a designer fragrance, but we'll talk about further in the video if it's actually worth that or not. Now, the nose behind this perfumer is actually the in-house perfumer, or was until he actually handed it down to his son, who is Olivier Polge. But this was created by Jack Polge. He was in the in-house perfumer from like 1970s to I think 2015, because his son actually made the parfum. So that is pretty interesting that they kept it in-house, which I love when they have a in-house perfumer that makes all their fragrances instead of a bunch of other perfumers. I just love that. So that's pretty cool. Now, let's go ahead and look at the packaging and presentation of Bleu de Chanel Eau de Parfum now. In the top notes, you're gonna get grapefruit, lemon, mint, pink pepper, bergamot, aldehydes, and coriander. In the middle notes, you're gonna get ginger, jasmine, nutmeg, and melon. And in the base, you're gonna get incense, amber, cedarwood, sandalwood, patchouli, labdanum, and amber wood. So that is a pretty nice note breakdown, and it does include what Chanel is good at, which is aldehydes. They make some of the best aldehyde fragrances, and they use that note a ton. And you can definitely pick it up in this fragrance, which just comes across like very, very clean and fresh. So let's go ahead and spray this, and I'll give you guys my thoughts on Bleu de Chanel Eau de Parfum. And check out the atomizer on this baby right here. Very, very solid atomizer. Some of the best in the designer world. So what you're gonna get from Bleu de Chanel is a very modern blue fragrance. Now, the original Bleu de Chanel is what pretty much brought the blue fragrances to life. They pretty much started the trend of blue fragrances, and it hasn't actually settled down since that launch. There's a ton of blue fragrances out there, but with the Eau de Parfum, in the opening, you're gonna get this beautiful, very juicy grapefruit. Now, this grapefruit is probably one of the best grapefruit notes that I've actually smelled in a fragrance. It's so like very, very natural. And this fragrance actually, for being a designer fragrance, it doesn't come across synthetic whatsoever, as you would kind of expect with Chanel, which is like the top of the top when it comes to designer fragrances. I look at Chanel probably like the best when it comes to designers. You can't even usually get Chanel fragrances on discount anywhere. They're usually excluded, unlike Dior and all the other fragrances like Yves Saint Laurent and stuff. So it is a pretty prestigious brand when it comes to fragrances. Now also alongside the grapefruit, you obviously do get a slight mintiness in here as well. Yeah, the nice mintiness in this fragrance. It's not very, very dominant, but you can pick it up. But also what you get that makes it a little bit darker, especially in the Eau De Parfum, it is very dense and it is actually kind of lively as well. You get this nice incense note. Now, the note of incense is one of my favorite notes in perfumery, guys. I absolutely love the note of incense. Just how like the note is like very holy and stuff like that. It reminds me of certain things, and I adore incense and fragrances. It's actually probably one of my top 5 favorite notes of all time. Yeah, when a fragrance actually includes incense, I already know I'm gonna love it. And this one, it is very dominant. Not so much in the opening, but as it dries down, that nice smoky incense actually comes alive. A little bit resinous obviously from it as well, but you also get this beautiful golden warm amber in the dry down also. It's so good. Yeah, but the opening with that grapefruit does last quite a long time, to be honest with you guys. I wouldn't say it's the most complex fragrance ever, but it does change somewhat from like the top notes, middle notes, and the base notes, but not too much. It is a little bit linear, but it's not bad at all, because that opening, guys, is phenomenal in this fragrance. Now, I almost would have to say that Bleu de Chanel, if you're looking for a blue fragrance and you don't really care about price or anything like that, and you just want to smell good, you want to smell masculine, crowd pleasing, I think Bleu de Chanel, at least the Eau De Parfum, or probably any of them to be honest with you, I think the Eau de Toilette is a little bit more airy, more fresh, a little bit more sharp than the Eau De Parfum, which is a little bit more refined. Yeah, I think you cannot go wrong with Bleu de Chanel. If you're just going to Macy's, you can only pick one fragrance on the shelf. Bleu de Chanel is probably gonna be your top choice, either that or probably Sauvage. Now, me personally, I prefer Bleu de Chanel over Sauvage. Like 10 out of 10 times, I would pick Bleu de Chanel over that. It's a little bit more mature. It's not as youthful as Sauvage, at least the EDT. This one's a little bit more grown up. You can still wear it very casually. You can wear it like formally. It just suits all occasions, all activities. You can wear it to church. You can wear it to the gym. You can wear it on a date. It's just the perfect versatile fragrance for a guy. Yeah. And like I said, it also does have those aldehydes in here, which kind of cleans it up a little bit, mixed in with that like incense, the smoky incense, which gives a little bit of masculinity to it. Yeah, it's a very good fragrance. It's also a little bit woody in the dry down as well, but not a woody dominant fragrance. But you can pick up on, like I said, the cedar wood, the creamy sandalwood in here. It's a little bit, it's not really spicy from like the pink pepper and stuff, kind of like Sauvage. That's like a spice bomb, even though there is actually a fragrance called Spice Bomb, but that fragrance is heavy on like peppers and stuff like that. This one, not so much. It's just a very classy. All you can pretty much describe this fragrance is classy, sophisticated. And yeah, as far as age groups go for Bleu de Chanel Eau De Parfum, now, I would say if you're in high school, you're like a teenager, definitely go for the Eau de Toilette. It's a little bit more youthful, a little bit more fresh, and a little bit more sharp. But the Eau de Parfum, I would say anyone over like 20 and up would absolutely love the Eau de Parfum. And then of course you have the Parfum as well, which is probably, I mean, I've smelled it before. It has a very similar DNA. A little bit of things changed up since Jack Polich's son, Olivier Polich, made that fragrance. It wasn't the same perfumer, but they did switch it up a little bit with that one, which comes across a little bit more mature. But obviously we're focusing on the Eau de Parfum. Like I said, anyone in the 20s and up can definitely rock this fragrance. So let's go ahead and talk about the performance now. With the performance of the Eau de Parfum, I get around 8+ hours with this fragrance. Like I said, I have a batch from, I believe, 2017 or 2018. I'm not 100% sure on that, but one of those years. I'm not sure if it's been reformulated, but this batch here lasts 8+ hours. It projects off my skin for a good like 3 hours or so. And then it starts to settle down and become kind of a skin scent, but you can still pick it up in the air without a doubt. This stuff gets compliments and compliments, guys. The girls absolutely love Bleu de Chanel. There's something about this fragrance they absolutely go crazy about. So if you're looking for mostly compliments, you might want to check out Bleu de Chanel, guys. This stuff It's a compliment magnet. People love it around you. But yeah, that's pretty much gonna wrap up the review for Bleu de Chanel. Like I said, I think this is the perfect blue fragrance. You can't go wrong with Chanel. Obviously, because of the name, you get that status of a Chanel fragrance. And yeah, and it's very, very sophisticated and refined. So that's gonna wrap it up. Tell me down below if you like Bleu de Chanel, which one is your favorite flanker out of the EDT, EDP, and Parfum. Definitely curious. But leave a like if you enjoyed the video, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll catch all you guys in the next fragrance upload. Take care, everybody.